What's up, everyone? It's Luke, Jamie, and Victor from Off Topic Radio, and we're coming at you with our first episode of a video podcast series we're going to start doing. So we're going to get right into it with some topics. We're going to run this just like a normal radio show. We're just going to spitball and talk about random ass shit. So,
Lou, you still got the beanie on.
Yeah, I got the beanie. I figured I'd put the beanie on.
I was wondering that. I was like, he's going to stick with the beanie look?
What's up?
I was wondering if you were going to stick with a beanie look.
Yeah, no, I'm going to stick with the beanie. I'm growing my hair out, I think, a little bit longer. I figure with lacrosse season coming up, I want as much hair as possible to stay warm. Well,
get the lettuce going?
No, it's strictly survival.
Makes sense.
It's to keep my ear and my head warm, man. I cut my hair last year, and it was like I was freezing.
I don't beef with the long hair look. It's just the in-between phase from short hair to long hair. Like, medium hair to me is a terrible look.
Yeah, medium hair is kind of weird. Back during high school, I really did want, like, the long hair, but I'm like, you know what? I like my short hair. I like having, like, getting a number 2 on the top and getting a fade to, like, a skin on, like, the side. So it's like, I've gotten used to having, like, short hair. So
yeah.
I don't know. Medium hair is kind of weird. I will agree with you there, Jamie. It has benefits sometimes. Maybe you can transition to that long hair look. Maybe you don't. It's not for everyone, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it. But we're actually getting a little bit of some video lag right now, but it's not too bad.
I am too.
It's not bad. We'll tough it out for this first episode.
Yeah, it might just have to persevere.
But so what do you guys want to talk about? You guys want to talk about what?
I wanted to talk about Star Wars.
All right, yeah. So I haven't seen Star Wars though. You saw it though?
That's one of the first things I did when I came back. Me and my brother saw Star Wars.
All right, so fill me in.
Yeah.
No, I mean I'll try not to like give. I mean, I guess a lot of the Star Wars nerds out there are like pissed about it and don't think thought it was terrible because I don't know why. I guess there were no Jedi in it. But like I don't know. I felt like
that's cool though.
Yeah, it was just something totally different. Like it had nothing to do with the old movies, or it was just its own thing, So in the timeline, it would go like, it would go the first 3, like the newer ones, then this movie, then the old ones, because it's kind of about like how they
fills in the gap between Star Wars. It fills in the gap for the end of the 6th movie into the 7th when they get No, it fills a gap from the 3rd to the 4th.
3 to
4, okay. Yeah,
and
it was the Death Star.
Yeah, exactly. It was awesome. I thought it was the best one they've ever made, to be honest with you.
Really? I gotta see it.
Which is bold. Like, it's a bold statement. A lot of people freak out when they hear that, but it is. Like, people go nuts. But to me, it was the best one they made.
Yeah, I mean,
it's kind of dark. A lot of people died.
People died in the movie. Who's
a lot of people
character?
died. The main character is this girl, and then some dude. That's really undescriptive.
One thing that I've heard though about the movie is that it did its best in including characters that were seen on like Star Wars: The Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels, which is like, for people who don't know, those are like cartoon shows that are currently running and having a successful run. Well, minus the Clone Wars because that ended, but. It's pretty cool how they added characters from those series and saying like, this is a part of like the whole universe.
Yeah. I mean, I liked it. That's all I'll say. I mean, I think it was worth a watch. Mm-hmm. I guess it got a lot of hate on like Reddit and stuff like that, but I don't know. People bitch about anything, so I thought it was decent. It's a good movie.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I'm not hating on it. Sorry, I'm getting some issues over here.
Is it lagging?
No, we're good on that end. So
how about
New Year's? New Year's is around.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't wait for New Year's.
What are you doing, Beck?
So normally for all like these major holidays, we always go over to my aunt's place and we just stay there for the night. Mainly due to the fact that we're all too drunk to drive back. That's too stupid. We're all smart in my family, so we all just stay the night over at my aunt's place. Anybody who doesn't live in the city and is not walking distance away to their place, basically, we just stay there. We sleep there for the night. We wake up. We basically make breakfast and lunch and just enjoy our evening there until probably like 4 or 5 o'clock-ish p.m.
Lou's got the sicko look right
That's
now.
very specific details, and I'm honestly
Lou's up to no good.
I'm contemplating the issue of whether or not I can't I say aunt.
Oh my god!
Oh, so you're saying aunt over here, and I'm like grinding my teeth like about to
feel like aunt's Italian. Lou, are you Italian?
Yeah, I'm pretty Italian.
I feel like aunt is an Italian thing. That's a big thing around Gloucester, where I'm from, and that's super Italian around there. So
guys had a pretty Italian ass Christmas.
Oh. Did you really?
Yeah, I went up to my family, my Syracuse, to get off the New Year's Eve thing, but I went to my family in Syracuse.
You actually have family in Syracuse? I didn't even.
Yeah, all my dad's.
That's why you're a Cuse fan.
All my dad's brothers live there, and like he was born there. Like, my mom's from there, my dad's from there.
Yeah.
But, I went up there. We had I guess a traditional Italian Christmas meal is seven different dishes of seafood.
Oh.
So we had
like what seafood?
So we had linguine and clam sauce, like pasta, to start with. Jesus. Then we went into there was calamari salad and these anchovy things called schmelts. Gross, disgusting.
Sounds horrendous.
Yeah.
Mussels, delicious. I mean, huge mussels.
Yeah.
Mussels, clams, and then pizza, obviously. And that was the dinner. Oh, and haddock.
Does your family get offended if you're not eating?
No, not really. We're not.
Really?
We're not hardcore Italians, no. But
yeah. I saw Kyle Purcell taking.
That was weird.
Is that a thing? Is that a thing?
I asked my parents about that, and they had no idea what. I think that's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. To clarify.
Disgusting.
Yeah, to clarify, basically, our buddy was taking clams, like the clam in the shell, and pouring, what was it, hot sauce?
Yeah. No. It's not hot sauce. It's it's a sauce, but I forgot what it's called.
Some sort of sauce and vodka.
It's probably marinara, right?
Into the clam, and then they would slurp it. It's just disgusting. I don't. If you've ever had a clam before, I mean.
Have you ever had a clam before?
Whoa. I'm talking trash talk on my roommate. I think it's a cool thing.
I'm not trash talking.
I'm just trying to grasp how that tastes good. Like, if you ever had a clam, and not to mention those clams looked like they were raw clams.
Yeah, they didn't look good. They didn't look good.
They didn't look cooked.
There is one thing I will say. Kyle has a strong stomach. That is the one thing that's impressive. I've seen a lot of things.
I've seen some things that would indicate otherwise, to be honest with you.
Really?
I remember, I'll spare details, but that's what I'll leave it at.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just saying, it was pretty nuts. It was pretty bizarre. I was pretty taken back by the whole situation. Start to finish.
So you legitimately have a reason to be a Cuse fan. I thought you just picked
Syracuse. No. I was born in a Syracuse hospital.
Oh, right.
I didn't live there very long. I lived there.
Wow.
I think my parents moved to Vernon, New Jersey when I was 1 year old. But my whole family lives there.
Okay. That makes sense. I thought you just picked Cuse because they were
my whole dad's side of the family lives there, and my whole mom's side of the family used to live there. Now only my one uncle on that side lives there still. Everyone else moved.
Cool.
Yeah,
okay, so that's cool.
I have a lot. I know my way around a decent, horrible amount, but no, I'm not some sort of poser. I'm not some sort of Nick Fox who likes every. He's a diehard PA sports fan, but then for some reason he likes the top tier lacrosse basketball program in the country.
See, my problem with that is
and then when Penn State's in the Big Ten championship, it's let's go Penn State. But the whole season, I thought he was rooting for Duke.
Well, here's my thing, right? So because he's from PA, he can Temple, Villanova, Penn State.
He could just
St. John's.
Every season.
That is true. He has a really good pool of schools to choose.
He covers the whole Big Ten. So it's kind of cheating to me. I don't know.
Yeah, lacrosse and basketball season roll around, and he hops off the football wagon over there and hops onto the top tier, top 5 lacrosse. And it's just, to me, it's a bit nuts. I mean,
yeah, I can understand where you're coming from there.
So
Yeah, with me, Jersey, you guys got Rutgers, and they suck.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, I mean, I will not be a Jersey
Mass
fan.
I would
BC,
never-
and they suck. So we're kind of in the same boat.
I would never publicly root for Rutgers. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, fuck Rutgers.
What's your deal with
me
your
and the-
bet, Jamie? With
What?
Nick, has BC played Duke yet? So
they
explain me
play
on,
him-
fill me in on this bet now.
It's January 8th, and the spread was set at 35. So if Duke beats BC by over 35 points, I buy him a pizza. If it's the other way around, right? So if if Duke wins by less than 35, then he buys me a pizza. To me, it's an instant win. He
Dude,
made that
that's insane.
offer. He
That
originally
is
said
insane.
40 points, and I was like, okay, like I'll do that in a heartbeat. He goes, oh, no, maybe 30. I was like, all right, 35.
So
Meet
he-
halfway.
Yeah, so he's banking on Duke beating another college team by 35
Yeah.
points.
The odds are so
And
against
not to
him.
mention they just suspended their
Oh, the
What was it,
white
Grayson
kid.
Allen?
Who,
Oh
yeah,
my
God,
God,
what's
wow.
his
stripping
name?
him. The piece of shit kid. Yeah, no, Victor
Yeah,
said
the
it.
kid who
Grayson-
trips everybody. He's like trying
Yeah.
to be Christian Leitner or whatever. Like,
I don't know
Oh,
what is
Grayson Allen. That's who it is.
no, that's not
I
who
don't
it
know.
is. Christian Leitner's not who it is.
No,
No,
Grace
it's Grayson
Allen.
Grace
Kid.
Allen. Okay, I was gonna
Yeah.
say Chris. But you know how Duke had Christian Leitner?
Yeah,
He was
Yeah.
everyone hated him, but he was because he was like super competitive, is what they called it. But like he was really just a dickhead.
yeah. I like how that's a term used to, like, oh, it's okay, he's just really competitive. No, he's a piece of shit. There's a big difference.
Yeah, like and then he's doing it, and you know that's like Duke's thing. But Nick Nick eats that up, obviously.
And he backs it up, too. I bet he backs it up,
Well,
does
did
he?
you see when I asked him what the concept is for, like what he thought about them suspending him, and he was just like, yeah, so well, they did it on purpose to rest them and get their freshmen to play more. I was like, no, like
Oh, what?
Yeah,
the-
that's some collusion. No,
he's
the
like,
kid's a
he's like-
kid's
and then
a
he goes,
fucking.
I'm just worried about my bet with Jamie.
I mean, you
Oh
know,
my
BC
God.
sucks. They're better now than they were last year. You know, I think it was last year. It was the first time in like NCAA history a team in any of their major sports didn't win a conference game.
Yeah, it was.
So basketball,
serious?
soccer,
And football.
football, then like all their sports, they didn't win a single conference
You know
game.
what
Besides
sucks
hockey.
is if they made a lacrosse team, I bet you they would be pretty damn good.
I mean, yeah. Well,
They
their
used to
problem is
have one.
BC did. I actually didn't even know that.
Way back in the day, they had one.
Well, they'd be competing with like UMass, and I feel like UMass would just smoke them because they're like the kind of the top dog, and at least in Massachusetts for lax.
What conference is that for lacrosse? What is that, like the Big Bulldog Conference? It's a weird one, right? It's a weird
The
conference.
Little Big East or some shit. I
Yeah.
don't remember. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm pretty sure it's called the Little Big East because there's the
Yeah.
Big East, and I don't know, whatever.
Mhm.
I'm still surprised you guys didn't see Star Wars, especially you, Lou, or you, Victor.
Nah,
You're like a
dude.
massive Star Wars
Dude,
guy.
I'm stuck in the
Well, I think it
sticks
was-
right now.
That's
well,
true.
my
You
thing
are.
is that, like, yeah, I'm not gonna pay $20 to go see Star Wars,
Victor, you
especially
live
like.
If you're about to say you live in the sticks, you live in.
No, no. I was
Yeah,
gonna
Yeah,
say
you
that.
live in like Patterson.
Yeah,
Vic can't go to the movie theaters around him because there's too hood.
Yeah, why don't you? Go
that's
to the,
actually very true.
I would agree with you with that. Maybe I don't know.
Is that true, Victor? Is that a true statement?
Dude, back when I was still in middle school, the big thing was you would go to the movie theater in downtown, and you would have sex there because nobody goes to it. Like,
Wait,
I'm
wait, no one. Wait, so kids would just go to bang in the movie theater?
yeah.
That's pretty nuts.
So it's a kind of a. So like, would the correct move be the dude would buy her ticket too? So he's like paying for the sex essentially, he's like exchanging movie tickets for sex.
Yeah, essentially.
Huh?
That could be a thing. That honestly could be a thing. But,
I would.
you know,
I-
it could also be equated to buying a girl dinner.
any girl who's okay with her vagina touching movie theater seats, not an okay girl.
No.
Stay
No.
away. Stay away.
Oh.
That's accurate, right? Those fucking seats are horrendous, and they're
Yeah.
gonna let their pussies touch them. Gross.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That's one of the main reasons I don't think of going to that movie theater ever. Like, if I have to go there, I'm not like.
Is it in Patterson?
Yeah, it's in Patterson.
Yeah.
Like, it's not not my own free will. Like, I remember I went there once for work, and I didn't like it at all. Like,
Oh, you
like-
work there?
No, I didn't work there. I was just working with like a program that like
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
that was that had like a day where we went there. And so, what were you about to say?
No, you go. I'll talk after.
And so it's like, if I have to, most of the time I just end up going to the AMC that's about 20 minutes away in a mall that's like really good.
Yeah.
So,
my brother, he worked in a movie theater for a little while, and I guess the big thing is stay away from movie theater hot dogs. And I asked him why, he didn't tell me. All he said was just stay away from them. So, So, Lou, if you're going to a movie theater, let's go nail some broad.
Dude,
don't buy her a hot dog.
Dude, I can't go to movie theaters. I don't like movie theaters, honestly.
Really?
Everything's so expensive.
you know what? Lou, I will agree with Lou. It's very expensive.
I just don't get it. I'd rather them charge me more for the ticket to go watch the movie and less for the food.
Yeah.
What I think's wild is, honest to God, if I were to go spend a day at Fenway, versus a night at the fucking movies, the movies are more expensive. I think a large bag of popcorn's like $9.50.
Yeah.
A water was, because I was there like last week, is like $3.50. I think it's fucking nuts.
Yeah, but dude, there's no way a day at Fenway is cheaper. I mean, between your ticket for your seat.
I don't know. If it's a really shitty game and the Red Sox are sucking, then like I feel like I don't know.
And you go get what, like a nosebleed seat?
Yeah, the fact that it's even a debate though, what is that saying? It's not, you know what I mean?
That is true. That's very true. Well, if you had the pleasure of living here, basically a Jets game is more affordable than going to a movie theater.
I believe it, dude. I don't know. I'm even that being said, that Jets game I went to a couple weeks back, it was probably the best sporting experience I've had in my life.
Yeah.
Jets fans, they know how to tailgate. I'll give them that.
I feel like any sports team knows how to tailgate, though.
It's all up to the fans and
Bills
all
Mafia, bro. Those Eagle fans.
Dude, I've seen some videos of like the Bills Mafia thing of like people just jumping off trucks and like breaking their back. Like,
yeah, it's just big rednecks.
Like what the
kicking the shit out of each other.
Like, why would you go to a game? Don't you go there to make it to the game, to watch the game, not seriously injure yourself in the parking lot before? Like,
yeah, I would want to go to a game and not end up wanting to go to a fucking hospital right after.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like, they're dropping $80 on these tickets or whatever, and they don't even make it to the game because they're fucking wasted.
I bet you a lot of them don't even buy tickets.
That's true. Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. You're probably right.
I bet you a lot of the real hardcore Bills fans don't even go in and watch the game. They just go to cause mayhem in the parking lot.
They just drive their ATVs there.
They get wasted. Woods. They just stay there overnight. So, you know what my crazy thing is when we did Rutgers parking, right? I asked the guy, I was like, can people leave their shit here? Like, can people camp out here overnight? He's like, no. I was like, that makes no sense because everyone's wasted.
Wait, you can't stay the night
after?
No,
at Rutgers. Maybe not at college. Maybe, I think at NFL places you can.
You must make exceptions for, like, away teams.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they
probably... But, I'm just saying, like, it just makes no sense because, like, you go there, you get wasted, and then you set up all your shit, and you have to break it down, and then leave after the game. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. I know, it's really weird. I don't know about it.
I want to talk about this little GNC experience I had today, actually. So my brother went there. He was getting new pre-workout and protein and that kind of stuff. And there was a little tiny table set up, labeled free samples, and it was just it was just a bottle of protein and pre-workout. But how the fuck do you sample pre-workout? Not to mention there was no water to sample these powders.
Well, there is.
What do you just fucking rub it on your gums? Like, how the fuck you gonna test out?
One time I actually went to go test out pre-workout. Or I went to GNC once and like tested out pre-workout. Apparently, they don't give you like a full dose because that's just being stupid. They give you like a little like cup that's this small, and so like you'll fill it up with some pre-workout, and then they'll add water to the rest of it, and you just take it and just look how, or you can just tell them how you feel and stuff. It's not like.
Wait.
Like, it sounds like you're going to a psychiatrist for pre-workout over here.
Tell us how you feel. Like they're fucking got a clipboard studying Victor.
All right.
Are you getting an erection right now? No.
No, God no.
That's kind of weird. I feel like in order to test pre-workout, you need to lift weights or something. You know what I mean?
No, because you would automatically feel it. You automatically feel the energy going through you. Like, you know, your resting state, and you just feel it. Like, you just feel yourself being accelerated. In a way, yeah.
That's. I mean, I don't know. Just the whole thing kind of blew my mind a little bit. Like,
yeah.
and they didn't even have water. It was just a fucking little table set up, and you're just like, all right, and you're supposed to put the powder in a little cup, I guess, and just like lick it out because it's fucking. I don't know. It's weird.
Well, going back to GNC, talking about GNC actually, I went to GNC the other day, right next to the gym that I've been going to.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's a different GNCs are different. There's a corporate and there's a franchise GNC. Because I went in there trying to see if they sold my protein, just to make sure that like if anything happens, if like I run out while I'm here during the spring, like right after spring semester, I can go over to this GNC and pick up my protein. Apparently, they don't sell it because the GNC that's next to the gym that I go to, it's a corporate, and apparently franchises sell like various like off-brand protein.
Huh.
I don't buy protein or anything from GNC.
Really, Lou?
Amazon Prime, baby.
Wow.
I live by it.
Isn't that free?
It's free if you have a college email for a year. I mean, you get free shipping.
Yeah.
If you're not using it, you're basically not getting everything out of being a college student at this point.
Oh yeah, I've used it. I used it once.
You get it comes to your house or wherever you are in 2 days.
Do you get discounts?
No discounts, but no free shipping on any order of any size, and it comes in it's 2 day shipping. So regardless,
that's sick.
So it's like basically like I order protein and I don't have to pay shit. I don't have to pay freaking. On a big bag of protein, I don't have to pay shipping for that, and it's expensive if you order it online.
Shipping for that would be probably like $30.
Well, yes, or like anything. Yeah. I mean,
yeah. So I feel like an asshole now because I'm not using that. I did
order
order a bunch of gifts on Amazon.
Yeah, all you do is just set shit up with your college email when you're looking pretty.
Yeah,
but
that's pretty sick.
How about football coming up this weekend?
Who's playing again?
Basically everyone, Lou. Basically everyone.
Wow, what is it for fun though?
Well, it's week 7.
No, bowl games, Lou.
Oh, I thought we were talking about NFL. I know Romo's playing.
Oh no, I'm talking about bowl games.
Romo's playing?
Yeah. Which I think's stupid.
Yeah, that's really stupid. Well, then again,
I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's that bad.
Well, did you see what happened to Derek Carr and Marcus Mariota?
Yeah, well, I get it, but at the same time, though, I feel like Dak Prescott's just gonna he's gonna fall out of this groove he's in if he doesn't play a game.
Oh yeah, that is true.
I'm sure they delivered to them and told them listen, we just don't want to get you hurt.
Might as well. No, I know, but I feel like since he's a rookie, he must be in some sort of groove, some sort of rhythm, and you take him out for a game.
He might get in his head or some shit.
Not even get in his head, just throw him. He may be totally conscious of it and okay with it, but then the next game he hasn't played in a week. I don't know, maybe not.
All right, so. Yeah. So college football games this weekend. There's obviously the playoff games. We got Bama against Washington, Ohio State against Clemson.
Right. Which I don't think Ohio State should be there. I think that Penn State deserves that.
Yeah, no, that's the big debate, and it's true. You have the fucking Big Ten champions not in who've also beat Ohio State, right? Didn't they beat Ohio State?
Yeah, they beat Ohio State. That's where the whole controversy comes from now.
There's some sort of weird algorithm they use, apparently. I saw an E60 on it once on how they determine your rankings and shit like that. It's really complex. I don't know. I'm not sitting there backing them up, just saying. I don't. I
even think Michigan would have been a better pick.
Yeah, I think Bama's just going to kick the shit out of all these teams.
Well, Michigan only lost to Ohio State by a point.
Yeah, by a point.
It was a good game. Yeah,
by
it was a real
a point
good game.
At Ohio State, they won every other game of their season. They were a solid team. I just think them or Penn State would have been a better choice, in my personal opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. I mean, Bama, they're gonna kill Washington. I mean, I don't know. specifically who Washington's played, but we obviously all know who Bama is, and they're going to run away with that.
Alabama's been
their defense is too good.
Of college football, in all honesty, they've always been the juggernaut. They've always held like a solid
the past
ranking.
decade.
Yeah.
Ohio State, Clemson. I'm taking Ohio State on that.
Yeah.
I think we're looking at I think we might be looking at a matchup from last year, a rematch. I mean,
what, Ohio State versus Alabama?
Yeah.
I don't see Clemson not making it there again.
What was last year? Right, it was Ohio State, Clemson. I mean, Bama.
Look it up right now.
I'm pretty sure it was Ohio. I don't know.
Wasn't it Ohio State, Bama? No, it was Bama, Clemson.
Yeah, as I was just saying, it might have been Clemson and Bama.
So I don't. Okay, I see Bama, Ohio State.
Yeah.
Ohio State.
It's the Sugar Bowl, right? That's what we're looking at. Oh no, it wasn't that actually.
I see Bama, Ohio State. That's my pick for the for the evening.
I concur. Lou, is that your dog?
Yeah,
that's my dog. Yeah, my fucking dog. That's my doorbell.
Jamie, I know you're fed up with the NFL, but like, I just want to say this. I honestly can't believe NFC East at this point. So many people, like, I've always taken it like the whole fact that like, oh, the NFC East is like one of the weirdest divisions in all of the NFL. But I just can't believe
Which
the fact
that that's with the Birds.
Yeah, the Birds, Giants, Cowboys, and Redskins, or Washington's professional football team, because that's not an appropriate name anymore.
What?
Wow.
They're not the Redskins
Those
anymore?
the quotation marks. Some sass behind that.
They're not the Redskins?
Huh?
They're not the Redskins?
They're called the
wanna change
Redskins,
the
but a
name.
lot of people would just refer to it in the politically correct term as the Washington professional football team.
It's
equivalent to being like
that's such a 2016
the Israel
nonsense.
Jews. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh my god!
I mean,
like, no one has fucking red skin. Like, I don't know how that's in the.
Well,
they're Native Americans, though. They're
Native Americans. Too.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no human being out there with red freaking skin. Like, I don't get what's so.
No, but it's a racial term for.
If I was the Redskins, I would.
It's like if I called you a ravioli because you're Italian.
I would just change the logo to like a cartoon character
Yeah.
that just has like red skin, like straight like ruby red skin.
That and push your buttons, Lou.
You know, that'd be funny. How funny would that be?
If I call you a ravioli,
it doesn't bother me. You can call me whatever you want, Jamie.
that wouldn't offend you. Oh.
Nah.
But going back to like what I was saying, I honestly like. I can't believe that the NFC East it has the potential of sending 3 teams to the playoffs. Everybody except for the Eagles are going to the playoffs potentially.
That makes me happy. Makes me
the Cowboys won.
You know, Mike's at home like, God fucking damn it.
Yeah, he's sitting there pissed. All he Snapchats too is Go Birds, man. He's every day it's a Go Birds thing.
I don't think I'll ever forget the day they lost to the Redskins and they had the ability to win that game, and like I was in my room. I was like, "F this! I'm not listening to him and Ryan yell." And I just hear him. Like, the game ends and he's just like, "Fuck!" Just screaming it throughout the whole apartment, and you could like tell he like went into his bedroom and screamed it, like went into the hallway and screamed it. Like you could like his voice was changing. It was just nuts. Like
like he's just going everywhere,
just screaming it. And of course, I go out there for a split second after that Darian Sproles hit, or was that his name?
Yeah.
Darian Sproles.
Oh, it was Sproles. Yeah,
and they're screaming, and they're both shirtless, and I'm just like. I can't take it. But. I guess our next topic could be. I have a topic I want to talk about.
All right.
What's the issue with this Instagram Live nonsense? And can I turn off the ability to
get the fucking notifications off? Right?
Yeah, like I don't need to know like so and so is on live. I'm not gonna watch it. I never was gonna watch
it. I hate it. Wait, what?
And like, you know what's even more awkward when you're awake at like 2 a.m. and then like you see like it pops up like it's like, why are you going live at 2 a.m? Like
It's like
I tune into them. I tune into them.
No,
Yeah,
really?
for like a brief second.
Do you really?
I go in there for a brief second, just like as I'm curious, and I quickly pop out. But it's always weird shit. It's always just them like sitting around, like a boyfriend and a girlfriend cuddling or some shit. It's like, what are you doing?
It's just like, dude, it's like keep that like as much like Jesus, like you don't put that on your My Story enough at this point.
Yeah,
it's because all these chicks think they're like Kardashians or some shit. Going
back to this shit. Did you guys see on Snapchat yesterday the whole fucking blueberry and strawberry debacle?
What?
You didn't see that on your story at all?
No.
How
blueberry
about you,
strawberry?
Lou? Did you see that?
What?
Lou's being a creep over there. He's tuning into Instagram Live.
Yeah, I'm checking. Let me see who's live right now on my IG. What were you saying though, Vic?
Did you see the whole like? Did you go see the whole strawberry and blueberry thing on your Snapchat story?
What?
You didn't see that?
Who? What? Who posted?
Wait, did you even? Okay, did you check like the Snapchat group chat that we have? 312 Minions.
What? We have a Snapchat group chat?
Yeah.
No, I probably left it.
I hate that goddamn Snapchat. My phone's constantly vibrating all day.
Dude, I don't think I'm in it. I think I'm lucky enough to I honestly think I'm lucky. How do I check it? How do you go to groups?
Lou, with the exception of our group chat, me, you, and Nick, and the off-topic radio one, I have every group chat muted because it's my phone's vibrating all day and it vibrates my.
Dude, I'm not in a group chat with you guys.
Update your phone. Update Snapchat if it isn't the current one.
I don't think I want to. I'm content with how little contact people have with me right now.
Lou, I'm jealous.
Oh, Lou. All right, so let me explain this whole strawberry and blueberry and whatever the fuck it was. Also, all right, so some bright-minded female decides to say, "Hey, let's mess with guys. Let's start posting strawberry or blueberry on our Snapchat stories." So like strawberry was. It meant that you were single, but you haven't found Mr. Right yet. And blueberry is where it's you.
Vic,
you're single. Yeah.
I'll let you finish. Hold up.
All right. So yeah. Wait, what, Lou?
I'm not saying anything. I want to know where the strawberry blueberry thing is going on.
All right. So
Victor, what are you? Are you a strawberry or blueberry, bro?
No. All right. Let me finish the story because it's kind of stupid. It gets even worse. So all these females on my story started like posting it on Snapchat saying, "Oh, I'm a strawberry and a blueberry, or I'm a cherry, which means I'm in a relationship or something." And I'm just like, really, we don't need to know this crap. Like, in all honesty, we don't. And then some bright-minded male found out what they were doing, and they're like, "All right, so let's post our shoe sizes." In response to what these girls are saying or what these girls are posting on their story.
I saw that.
And I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like, why is this even a thing?
And they'll all think it's our dick sizes. I don't know. I see that shit.
I was just like, are you serious? Like, come on.
Well, that's weird. I don't know. I probably know about it because the only like Snapchat friend I have is a girl's like my aunt, so like I wouldn't have all of that would have gone right over my head.
I just don't get why you have to post that much crap. I'm luckily maybe I just haven't been watching my story, but I haven't seen anything related to strawberries or shoe sizes.
Lou goes on these like social media hiatuses.
I know.
Is you had Twitter for a little while, and then all of a sudden you come out with like 4 quick tweets.
Dude,
I'm a big Twitter guy.
Yeah, my new thing now is I'm gonna start mocking people through Twitter with just complete idiotic tweets.
Oh yeah, it was the New Year's resolution thing.
Yeah, my New Year's resolution. I'm gonna wait a couple days until I know something stupid. There's so many times I see somebody like tweet something, and I just want to reply like, "Shut the hell up!" But I'm not going to because that makes me that makes me no better than them, you know.
Well, obviously, though.
So I'm gonna do it subconsciously and passive aggressively through my own tweets.
Is that girl I texted you about? who I was, we know who it is on Twitter, and it's all this every fucking day. It's this like, I'm a bad bitch shit and all that stuff.
Oh, God.
I'm sure Vic, you probably know what I'm talking about too.
I think so.
It's just annoying.
I can imagine. That's probably that's unnecessary shit. In all honesty,
between that and Odyssey Online, everyone thinks they're entitled to like tell us what they're doing. I mean, but while I say that, I tweeted today about eating a bagel or some shit. So like,
yeah, guilty as charged.
I can't talk. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, you know what I had today?
What?
About 20 minutes ago? A roast beef sandwich. No. But you guys don't know what these are. These are literally
roast beef sandwiches thoroughly.
No, Lou. These are the in northeastern Massachusetts. It's a thing. It's like It's called this. It's so I would go to the store.
Horseradish on them?
Mm-hmm.
No. Fuck that. This ain't like you guys have like cold roast beef. So I would go to a store. Okay, around here I go to it's called Mike's Place. It's like a little deli. Mm-hmm. And I say, hey, can I have a large roast beef 3-way?
What?
And they give you
dude, that's the best part about sandwiches. Keep going.
It's hot roast beef, so it's like warm roast beef, and there's barbecue sauce, mayo, and cheese on it, and it's got this like delicious sauce. I'm telling you, you guys would eat these things and you'd fall in love, and you'd eat them for like a week straight.
All right,
they're like the Taylor ham sandwiches of.
Jamie, can I pause? Because I will say that does sound hilarious, but I do have to make this joke.
Yeah.
It's called a roast beef 3-way, and there's a special sauce to it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You can, make when all the sex jokes
there's no need to be a pervert.
Yeah,
I'm trying to be a pervert.
Get mine out of the gutter.
Wow. All right,
But,
going.
That sounds pretty good. If they're travel friendly, I would like one when we get back.
I'll Amazon Prime you one.
Yeah.
It'll be at your house tomorrow.
Taco Prime you one.
What the hell's Taco Prime?
Remember he like.
Yeah.
Taco. He like.
Speaking of Amazon, I saw they just purchased the rights to a patent for a flying warehouse. You can Google it. It's literally they would have a warehouse, and I'm assuming it just fly around, and they send little drones to go deliver stuff. I'm assuming that's how it works.
Well,
I saw that on CNN the other day, and it was like freaked me out.
The future is now, my friends. The future is now.
Like all I can picture is this giant, like spacecraft, and like what the hell is that? Oh, it's Amazon. They're delivering a toddler hat.
Have you seen the new concept for a store they want to do?
Amazon?
Oh yeah, like the Amazon Go store or something.
Or Air. I think it's called Air.
There's no cashier. You just walk out with shit.
Walk in, walk out with shit. Like,
yeah, that's awesome.
It's so dumb.
No, I think it's a great concept if it actually works.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah, they don't have people stealing.
Man. I don't think you can steal. Everything's going to be coded and like it's going to know somehow like every item.
You know how they know it? You know how they know who we are and what we look like? Snapchat selfie filters.
And
they
Skype.
know who all three of us are.
And Skype.
And Skype. There's some weird federal agent watching this conversation right now.
Good. I hope he's watching it.
So we at least have one viewer. That's kind of nice.
One viewer that we're not even live right now. We have a viewer.
We can speak live.
United States government. Donald. Oh, so my mom is freaking out over Donald Trump.
Me here.
Freaking out.
Why do we have to
she's
break
just
off?
like she's a hippie.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I am too, but she's freaking out. It's kind of hilarious. But
do you get into it with her?
No, I just tell her to calm down because I don't really have a side. I don't think he's going to be a good president at all, but I'm not like afraid of him being a president.
Yeah.
I will say this, man. Like the other day,
not that we don't always bring up Donald Trump in every single one of our freaking shows.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's prevalent, man. Everyone's kept talking about it.
I got home, my mom's just like freaking out over it. I'm just like, Jesus. And like the sad part is like, I think most people that are afraid don't understand the the Constitution very well, and that there's laws in place for him not to become.
I was
sort of
just talking to my brother about that.
Because I think some people truly think that just because he's president, he can do whatever he wants, and he really
No.
can't. He
Yeah,
can
and
say
it's
whatever he wants, but
All right,
not doesn't
so
mean it.
The main power that he does have is commander-in-chief, but his pick is General James Mad Dog Mattis, who will be the head of the Pentagon.
Mad Dog?
Yeah, that's his name. Dude, that's his name. He was a Marine.
His gamer tag?
No, he was a Marine. That was his nickname as a Marine. But
that's his fucking gamer tag, bro. Don't be. I'm gonna add him on Xbox later.
All right. Everybody sits there and is freaking out because it's true. And, he's going to start kicking Muslims out of the country. And listen, he said some pretty shitty things. I don't care what side you're on, you can't argue the fact that the guy, he's definitely a prick. That being said, even if, let's say, he wanted to do all this shit and give Muslims, like, ID cards and these just really stupid, dumb ideas, he couldn't. Because this is 2016, you know what I mean? It's not like it's 1600s. Like, we have a fucking constitution and stuff like that.
One thing that I will have to say, because I have to chime in on this, because we didn't bring it up before on the WNTI live show that we were doing, or that currently we're still doing, but is the same people who were bitching about Donald Trump. These are the same people who praised Fidel Castro. And I find that utterly disgusting when people say that. When people start praising Fidel Castro as being
people were praising.
Oh, people were praising him. And these are
what?
For being some hero for socialism, for being a good leader for Cuba. Like, shut the fuck up. You do not know anything about Fidel Castro if you call him a hero.
Vic, are you Cuban?
No. I do come from the Caribbean.
Sorry.
Vic, you
you feel like you have a personal...
That was the most passionate I've ever seen you, Victor.
The thing is that I do have somewhat, so if anybody doesn't know, the Caribbean islands, mainly Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Haiti, and Cuba, we haven't had the best streak with leaders. For example, the Dominican Republic, where I hail from, we had to deal with Rafael Trujillo, which, look him up, you're not going to be happy. If you ever had to read the book, the Time of the Butterflies, yeah, that's the guy. My dad lived, I believe, 12 years under his dictatorship, so that's not... My family doesn't have a great experience with dictatorships. That's all I'm going to say. And I don't like the fact that anybody who praises a guy who literally killed all his political opponents and stuff, it's disgusting.
On a quick side note, Lou, tell me that's not a marijuana leaf on your shirt.
Oh my God, Lou.
Is that a marijuana leaf?
Jamie, dude, are you serious?
But say, I can't... What strain of marijuana is that, bro?
It's called This Is Permanent. No, but hold up. You want to see something?
Yeah, I do. He's about to bust out He's gonna go over there and pull out like his... How are you? Go Red Sox.
Hold up.
Oh, wow.
Who's over there? Gonna pull out like a... It's funny, Vic, I was about to tell you. I was coming home expecting some sort of grand entrance because, pot's illegal now. I was expecting everything to be... I expected, I don't know, just clouds of just smoke coming from the city. Really nothing's changed. I don't know I don't know why I was expecting that, but not what I thought it'd be.
Fair enough.
And what's Lou? What's
you ever see this tapestry out?
Oh my God, Lou.
No. Oh wait, no, it's in your dorm room, isn't it? Yeah, I've seen that.
It's just a bunch of pot leaves.
Oh. Sick.
So I have a funny story behind this. So basically, when I lived in the house off campus, and Kenton and Polish Dan put a body-sized hole through my wall of my bedroom.
Why do you do that?
They were wrestling. Idiots. And Matty G wasn't involved at all.
Yeah.
Or it was Ken, one of the two.
Matty G's always involved. He was always involved.
Yeah, all three of them weren't involved. Whatever. So, the quick fix was my mom ordered me a tapestry to cover it up so I didn't have to stare into a hole. And that's what she ordered. But online, the picture was so small, she thought it was like little green, like circles. And it turns out it's just circles of marijuana leaves. Just.
But what'd your mom say after?
She was like, "Yeah, you can't hang this up," and I was like, "I'm gonna hang it up because I'm not gonna stare at a hole in my wall."
Yeah, if you looked into the hole, it would look back at you.
That house was haunted. I honestly, house was so old, right? I was a little out of touch of how they used to insulate things back in the day. So one night we had a TV like against the wall, and one of us jumped into the TV, and we dented the wall, right? And it was like the outside part of the house. So the outside parts of the house that were built, they were like cement almost.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was solid. It wasn't like drywall with a space and then the wall. Like it was solid. So it was the outer wall, but they used like a fur almost to. I don't know how to explain it. Like insulate, but when we dented it the next morning when we woke up, we were looking at it, and there was like fur sticking out, but the fur looked like hair. So we all thought there was a dead person in the wall. Like no joke. Like called my dad, like freaked out. Like we thought there was somebody buried a dead person like in the wall in the cement.
I can totally picture that.
Oh my god,
dude, we were freaking.
Who was it? It was what you,
me,
Maddie?
Kevin, and Shane. And, like, all of us, basically, we all had everyone come over and check it out, but it was, like, not cool.
Dude, I can totally picture that. Like, oh, my God, there's just dead.
No, dude, if I've had a picture of it, like, you would agree with me. Like, it literally looked like human hair that has just been stuck in cement for years.
I mean, if I was in the situation, I'd probably be terrified, too. So,
because I was just like, why is there a little bit of fur in the wall? And then I did some research, and turns out it's, like, spread throughout for insulation or whatever it may be, because it's such an old house.
Yeah.
That house was haunted as hell.
Lou, the week before we left, I heard a story about you from about when you used to live in that old house.
Wow.
One night. And no, this is Nick Fox. Nick Fox told me about this story. So one night, apparently, you guys were throwing a party, and what you decided to do was start clapping in a corner, going,
"That's not my house. That was Jamie's house."
It's my house. I think that was like 3 weeks ago.
No, I don't remember that happening, actually.
I don't think
you were there, but...
It was like 3 a.m., and it was like a weird group of people.
Yeah, Victor.
It was like me, Lou... Yeah.
Yeah,
your timeline's off, bro.
I'll see that. Told me that used to happen.
I used to do some crazy crap in that house I lived in, but... My beanie, I gotta get the beanie swag right.
One of my earliest memories of your house and you, it was my recruiting visit, and all I remember was you had this fascination with some turtle. I remember thinking, like, what's this kid's deal? Like, what's this kid doing? You're running around like a turtle.
At one point, me and Kevin Switzer and Shane had the biggest obsession with, like, amphibian, like, we had the 60-gallon turtle tank with 2 catfish in it and a goldfish, and we would feed them. We would go to the pet store. We would buy guppies, and we would bet on guppies and see like what guppy is going to be the last one to survive, like with the turtle.
Oh my god!
Because we had a red-eared slider, and you wouldn't think a red-eared slider turtle's that vicious.
I don't know what that is.
It's just like a normal lake turtle.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But you wouldn't think, they're vicious because they're not. Like they're not going to harm a human, obviously. But like, they eat the crap out of fish. And we named.
I know turtles eat fish.
Just guess what Kent named this turtle.
Oh my god!
And we had to keep the turtle's name. We couldn't alter any of the fish's name.
Freak nasty. That's my guess. No.
Vic, you got a guess, Vic?
Knowing Kent, it could be anything.
Dude, it's a pretty dumb name. He named the one turtle Hitler.
You guys had a turtle named Hitler?
Yeah, and then
the vicious one?
Yeah, the vicious one, and then the other turtle, which was a sea turtle, was named Aqua.
Wow.
But why Hitler? Did he name both of them?
And then he named this the goldfish Sunny because it was kind of retarded. From like the Adam Sandler movie. No, Little Nicky. Yeah, sorry.
Because okay, that makes sense. All right, so I was like, wait, what the hell? How do you connect that?
And then the two catfish were just named Catfish, and the catfish got to like. It was pretty nuts. It was fun, and then we had like little tanks with like other fish. We probably spent way too much money at the fish store.
Oh my god!
Was it the fish store that
right across the street?
Oh, that one.
Yeah, we just because we lived right across. Like we just walked there in like 2 seconds. Like because think of where that fish store is in relation to the house.
Wait, was it you who were telling me?
I saw him at the bar.
That guy who's kind of a freak. The fish store guy's a freak.
I ran into him at the bar the following year when I was 21, and I wasn't living there anymore. And he recognized me, and I recognized him, and he was wasted, and he was just like talking to these old ladies and like having a great time. And I was like, dude, like, I was like, what are you doing later? He's like, I'm going home. I was like, oh, you're driving? And he was like, yeah. I was like, why don't you sleep in the fish store? And he's like, hell no. Like,
you're traumatized because you bumped into the fish store guy.
I don't want my fish store guy to be this nuts. And he has like a wife. I don't know.
This guy's handling my
honestly,
turtles.
good for him for keeping that place in business. Like,
I don't know how it stays in business.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you run a small business like that and you stay in business and you can like support your lifestyle, like, good for you. You're doing something right. Because like,
I definitely helped that guy out last year. Me and Nick and Nolan, buddy. Dude, we gave him a lot of business.
When I lived there, we were between me, Shane, and Kevin. We probably bought a total of like 30 fish in the year we lived there. They all died because the turtles would eat them. We just kept buying fish and thinking, oh, hey, maybe the turtle won't eat them.
How big were you? What kind of fish were you?
Because no president said anything.
We bought an Oscar that was like this big. Turtle shredded it.
Really?
Jesus.
I would think an Oscar like fight back or something. I don't know.
It just because the turtle has like it would, but the turtle would nip at it and like chip it slow but surely.
Slowly kill it.
And slowly kill it, and then when it would die from like infection because of all the wounds it had. I mean, the tank was disgusting. We basically got to the point where we did a no gravel bottom. So we just had the pieces that they would swim through, and we had a no gravel bottom, and we just so we could vacuum the bottom with the tank vacuum. It was actually a pretty solid setup. And then we rigged, of course, because we were all too broke to buy like a turtle platform.
Yeah.
We rigged something with like hangers and like a piece of tile we found so the turtle could go up there and sunbathe. It was actually pretty sweet. Honestly, my goal is that what I always would like to do is get like a tank like that and set it up so it's like a half land, half water tank for like a turtle. So turtles are pretty cool animals, though.
Yeah.
That's my little turtle rant.
This is Lou's secret passion: his turtles.
Yeah,
dude, I had a turtle. I caught a turtle I caught a little turtle like this big over the summer in my lake, and I bought a 10-gallon tank for it and a little setup, and I was gonna keep it all year in my apartment up at Greenview, but I went to school without it because I didn't want to go through. I couldn't transfer all of my stuff and the turtle, and I was like meant to go back for it, but after like 2 weeks, my mom was just like, "I'm sick of feeding the turtle. I'm putting it back in the lake."
How often do they eat? Is it actually a pain?
No, I mean you don't have to. If you feed them once a day, you can feed them pellets, like turtle pellets.
Yeah.
But I feed them fish because it's more fun to watch them eat the fish.
It's like last year we used to go to the fish store and get like 30 to 50 goldfish and just dump them all in the tank at once and let our Oscar just run loose and kill them all.
That's what we did with the turtles.
Yeah, because it's entertaining. It's like you're seeing it's like Animal Planet, right?
Yeah, but turtles are more fun because the turtle will like shred and like snap in half the fish. Like somebody has some pretty gruesome videos of like little Oscars that are like this big, just getting like chomped and bit on and like their eyeballs popping out. Like
they could have made a reality TV show with that house.
Oh, for sure. It was pretty. We were way too young for that.
Sophomores?
Also, 3 sophomores.
That is young to be off campus.
And Shane just transferred here, so he didn't know anybody.
Yeah. How do you get in the house? He just needed a place?
He just needed a place, and me and Kevin needed somebody. No one else, Connor, Trevor, and none of them wanted to live off campus.
Yeah. Oh, well, like I said, my earliest memory, man, was you running around with a turtle at like some sort of party or some shit. I
Oh
don't remember what it
yeah,
was.
I used to catch Nicky D always sticking his hand in. That was the hardest part, was getting people not to stick their hands in the tank at parties.
That would be so goddamn annoying.
I can't believe you have to tell people that. Like, that just don't do that.
I mean, are you kidding me? If I was at someone's house and I saw a turtle tank with a turtle in it and I was wasted, I'm going for. I have experience with. I have turtle experience. I'm going in for the turtle. Like Max.
You guys go to the.
Max's tank in his apartment is beautiful.
Didn't he give it all away?
Someone told me it all away. I'm so upset because like the issue with the tank we had at school. I mean, this is probably such a lame topic for people to listen to, but the issue is we had a fish tank. So the issue with fish tanks is they're very narrow and they're tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fish love it because they can swim back and forth, but turtles would prefer a more like lower tank, but it's wider and more square, so they can swim in more of a space.
Mm.
But
wow, I'm actually learning stuff over here with Louie and his
Shane Henderson
knowledge.
then went home and got donated a 60-gallon reptile tank for turtles. So it's actually it's like a huge square tank. And
did he do anything with it or no?
Yeah, he got a turtle. It's sick, and he kept the UV light on all the time, so it formed algae, like natural algae in the tank.
Yeah,
and has some fish in there, and it's like a little pond he has in his house. Like, it's pretty sick.
Where do you fit something like that though? That'd be my question.
Oh, it takes up a whole desk in his bedroom. He has like a desk, and it takes up the whole thing, and he can't use anything else for it.
It's worth it though. I feel
it's
like
cool. I mean, he has a turtle. He feeds it all sorts of weird crap.
Yeah,
but
that's cool.
We want to close out on a topic here. We're pushing our 56-minute mark, so
yeah, let's
you want to wrap it up for episode 1?
It's up to you guys.
We'll wrap it up. We'll start wrapping it up now, and then we can get.
Let's wrap it up. I don't care.
We'll post up another episode 2 later in the week.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
So thank you for listening. If you made it this far, or if you just skipped ahead and you caught the end, it's Luke, Victor, Jamie. We are going to be doing episodes like this once or twice a week. So stay tuned, and thank you for listening.
All right.